To the point, Carter. Goal!
The box shot and score.
Touchdown. And it drops in.
Way downtown.
Oh, splash! Puts it in! Field in center. It's going to score 2. Picked off! Garrett Giorgio picks it off! Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Clinton Memorial Veterans Athletic Complex. Tonight, the 3-1 Hudson Hawks travel to Clinton to face the 2-1 Gales. And we are just getting ready for our national anthem, so we're going to let the Clinton High Band take it away.
Assume responsibility for your behavior and the behavior of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon a school or security official. Any unsportsmanlike conduct may result in ejection from the facility. Officials for tonight's game are James Nadeau, Dave Gustafson, Alex Graff, Francis Tarpey, John Connor, and Michael Kelly. At this time, we invite you all to please rise and remove your caps for the national anthem performed this evening by the Clinton High School Marching Band, conducted by Dan Francois.
And again, hello everyone. Welcome to the Veterans Memorial Athletic Complex, directly across the street from Clinton High School. Tonight, the 3-1 Hawks head up Route 62 to take on the 2-1 Gales of Clinton. I'm Pete Conti. Joining me, as always, on the road is Brian Attaway. How you doing tonight, Brian?
Hi, Pete. I'm doing great. Nice night here in Clinton. My mom told me real early at a young age, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So I'm going to be extremely biased towards the Hawks tonight. I have a wonderful history with this great school here behind Wachusett Reservoir. But yeah, it's great. The atmosphere is wonderful. They always put on a good show here. Field's in unbelievable shape, which I don't know how well that's going to come across on camera.
Yep, and it's still kind of early in the year for them as well.
But Coach Attaway was telling me this week, I was texting him, and he said there's always something a little different about the prep week leading up to Clinton. So we talk about Marlboro and Maynard being really big rivals.
Yeah.
Clinton's up there right along with them, if not is starting to exceed a lot of those traditional rivalries that we have.
Yeah, it's an important game for both teams. This is the start of league play for both of these teams now. For the next 3 out of 4 games that the Hawks play in are going to be league affairs. Currently ranked number 8 in the Division 6 power rankings. Clinton comes in at number 19 in the Division 7 power rankings. Hudson has won the toss and has elected to receive. And we're underway from Clinton. Taken from the 16 out across the 25. JT Torres with the kick return.
JT's been a nice addition this year for the Hawks. Explosive player. Mason Bastine's out for the foreseeable future right now. So trying to look to find where the sparks are going to be on offense, and wouldn't be surprised if JT Torres is heavily involved moving forward.
And he's quick.
Very quick.
First and 10 from the Hudson. This drive is going to start at their own 26. Logan Dome, the signal caller for the Hawks. Drops back, checks down to Torres at the 31. Tackled by Luigi Lang.
I like the play to open up the game. Hudson's been primarily run first through the first few weeks of the season. I like getting the pass game established early. You saw right there, Clinton was packing about 9 guys in the box, so keep them honest. Let them earn everything if they're going to be bringing those guys up that close. So, like the play call, albeit 5 yards, but
yep.
that's a good start to the game.
Dome fakes the handoff, throws again. Incomplete to JT Torres. And like you said, Hudson, like Clinton, predominantly a running team. You get enough guys in the box and you start throwing underneath, you're going to like you just did on that far side. It was incomplete for Torres, but that's an easy pitch and catch if you're trying to evade a 7 or 8 man rush.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're likely going to get man coverage when you're bringing everybody that down. So if you got some good athletes on who can create some space, hopefully make some easier throws for Dome throughout the rest of the night.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for Dome. Dome starts to head to the right, looking downfield. And it's right into the arms of number 5, Jackson Wood. Not Jackson Wood. Luke Tuttle with the interception.
Yeah, not the best decision by Logan there.
No, maybe that one you put it in the first row. Yeah. Put it in the first row over there on the other side, and you live another day.
Yeah, they're going to look at film and wish that he did exactly that, either run it out or throw it out of bounds and then punt it. Last thing you want to do, with a big game like this is give some early momentum to Clinton. It's exactly what they did right there.
So Clinton will take over at the Hudson 37 after the interception. First down and 10 for the Gales. Running right off the bat, number 20, Tatum Casella. Looks like a gain of 8, down to the Hudson 29.
So Tatum Casella, Connor Cox are going to be feature backs for Clinton. Tatum Casella, actually, I coached him, had the opportunity to coach him when he was in the 2nd or 3rd grade before he moved everything or his football life over to Clinton. Wonderful kid, great wrestler, amazing athlete, and he's going to give the Hawks fits tonight.
Yep, 29 carries, 170 yards, and 5 touchdowns for the Gales so far this year. Give up the middle this time. Connor Cox with the carry. Going to be a couple feet short of a first down.
One thing I've been telling people about Hudson this year is does it look a little different? Yes, but the defense is going to keep them in every game. It's very unlikely. Oh, there we go.
And quick push forward by the Gales, number 20, Tatum Casella. Yeah, resets the chains.
I was just trying to say it's probably unlikely any game will get out of hand this year. Just given the Hawks defense, they got that front 4, obviously led by the Shays brothers, who are wildly impressive. You got Joey Farrell, and then senior captain Lorenzo Caputo. I mean, they are a stalwart up front, and then some veteran leadership now in the linebacking field. And then Ben Jackson is back tonight.
Yep,
as well.
Ben Jackson's back tonight. Now off the left side is Gavin Naughton, brought down by Jackson Wood after a gain of a first down. Naughton, kind of the three-headed monster, along with Cox and Casella.
Yeah, Cox and Casella will really run north and south. They're dynamic in a way that's old school. It's more physical, and then Naughton is someone that's going to add another element to the game, which is a little bit more, he's more shifty, elusive, and can break a lot of tackles.
Little kick outside, that time by Cox, and he's chopped down. Hawk player still down.
I think that's Jackson Wood. I have to double check. Looks like he went low. Oh, it's number 3. Sorry, that's Trayson Muse.
Trayson Muse.
Yeah, he went low on Cox to make the tackle, and it looks like knee met helmet, and you can see the result there. So hopefully he's okay.
Almost looks like shoulder. Looked like he got the shoulder right on the thigh. It looks like he's favoring the left.
Is it the shoulder? I hope. Yeah.
It's like he's favoring the left shoulder.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's going to have a seat on the far sidelines. But that was a collision you could hear up here on the roof of the press box with a headset on. Clinton now, second down.
Probably going to go to.
Not much there.
It's a great job by Jackson Wood on the edge. Things that don't make it into the scorebook or you don't usually see. Jackson did a great job setting the edge and forced everything back inside, and that's what you need. You need guys that are going to sell out and bring everything back to where the traffic is. I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of play action or pass. I feel like it's been so run heavy. At some point, Clinton's going to have to either waggle, get some guys out in space, and we'll see what they do.
3rd and goal from the 5. And Casella straight ahead, stopped short of the goal line.
Carried by number 20, Tatum Casella. Carries the ball to the goal line. Goal line will be 4th and goal, 1 yard to go.
So 4th and goal, just inside the 1. If we look at the yard marker on the far side of the field. And second effort for Casella. Gets him in. Looked like he was stopped at first, but that second effort, he pushed across the goal line for the first touchdown of the game, and it goes to the Gales.
Good on Clinton. They got a short field to work with off a turnover. We're super physical that entire drive, run the whole way, and they put 6 on the board. That's exactly what you want to do if you're Clinton, and now Hudson has to get the ball back, clean some things up, and hopefully answer with the score of their own.
Extra point to come. And it doinks off the right upright. So the extra point is no good. 6:45 left to go first quarter. It's the Gales 6 and the Hawks nothing.
We got a beautiful night here tonight, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, we thought when we first got here, we thought we might have a little bit of an. Time the game kicked off, it was okay. Still a little twilight, so the lights hadn't really taken effect on the field yet. But this has always been a nice field early in the year. Natural grass field, of course.
Well, it's because Clinton wants to be like Hudson. That's why. That's what, I did it. I did it.
You did it.
Not only 6:45. Told myself I would do that.
5:15 into the game. You got your first one in. Torres. Out in the game, Pete. I don't have eyes on him right now. That would be a big blow to the Hawks if we can't get him back on the field.
The student council booth They're selling Gale t-shirts and license plate brackets. Help support the Clinton High School Student Council with your purchases today.
Looks like he's got on the sidelines right about the 25-yard line with his helmet on behind Coach Fahey. Can't really tell yet. Dome in the gun. There he is. Got Muse. Was on the field.
He was on the field.
We're looking for the sidelines for him. He was in the
That's
huddle.
hilarious.
Chalk it up to us. They're
Test
gain of
him out,
about
though.
4.
Sorry, Pete. Yeah,
That's all right.
test Muse out. He just left the field with got a little banged up. I don't hate the idea of giving it to him and see how he's going to feel. He looked like he got up pretty well, so hopefully that was something that's more a one-time thing, and he can deal with it the rest of the game.
Maybe the old-fashioned stinger.
That's all it is. Football's a physical game. They know what they're signing up for.
Muse is to the left. Edie is to the right of Dome. And some jumping on the Clinton side. We'll see. Yep, offsides. Clinton.
The last few years, if you watch tape on Hudson, they do an excellent job getting the defense to jump off sides, whether it's the silent count, interesting cadence, how they mix it up. I feel like 2 or 3 times a game, Pete, where we're seeing them utilize that.
Jackson Wood wide to the left. It gives to Edie, and he picks his way through to the 22, and it's going to move the chains for the Hawks.
We talk about Clinton having a few different backs that give you different looks. Same can be said for Hudson between Muse, Torres, and then Toby Edie.
Yep.
Not a lot of people want to really meet Toby Edie in the middle of the tackles when he's coming full speed, and I think sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. If that's what Clinton's going to do tonight, then let's show them we can do that just as well on the offensive side of the ball.
And they give straight up the middle again. This time, Treson Muse picks up 5.
And off to number 3, Treson Muse.
Cooper Sturr is out to the right. Edie again. Skips through the first couple of tacklers, takes it out to the 40, 38. First down, Hawks.
There might only be 4 minutes left in the first, but if you can get Toby Edie getting consistent 4 to 6 yards, and in that case, 10, that's going to kind of, early on, that's going to wear on a defense, and they know that they're going to be in for it all night. And I love that first drive, they tried to air it out, maybe give them a different look, keep them honest. Now they're going back to their bread and butter, which is the ground game, and they're having some success. So I like the coaches being able to identify this and make the change, and we see him jump offside
Another
again.
jump on the middle of the Clinton defensive line. Number 74, Benjamin Leahy, got an early jump.
I'm guessing that's driving a defensive coordinator absolutely nuts somewhere on the sidelines.
Well, it looks like he's talking to the official on the near side right now.
First and 5.
Of course, in the MIA, there's no you once you break the neutral zone,
you
the
can't
flag's
jump
up.
back.
You don't jump back. So it's hard to argue when you can pretty blatantly see it.
Yeah, no, he was standing right there. Just he saw everything we saw. And this time it's the Hawks that get the jump. Did I kick that?
Start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
Kind of crowded up here on top of this press box. One of your smaller press boxes as far as press boxes go.
I'm not going to say anything.
So it gets crowded up here. First and 10 for the Hawks. And Cooper Sturr with the false start over on the far side.
False start, Hudson. 5-yard penalty.
Not what you wanted to see after
No.
3 or 4 big plays from Hudson.
He'll be replaced by Christian Andrade.
You got to refocus. That's all it is. Reset. If you're Dome, you're telling the guys in the huddle, no big deal, long game. You just got to focus a little bit more. Everyone's nervous. We get it.
Andrade, McPartland, and Ben Jackson out to the right. Gives to Muse. Counters back to the near side. Maybe a yard or two. And some extracurriculars on the far sidelines. Clinton player went a little aggressive, taking Dome out of bounds.
Yeah, so last year there were some issues on the field with a certain player, and you can go back and replay it and see. Let's just say it's consistent with what just happened on the field there. And I know, if you're the coaches and you see things happen, you got to at least alert the officials that there's going to be certain chippiness from certain people, and you really got to watch it.
Yeah.
No need to be driving somebody 7
yards out of bounds
off there. So
came almost to the track.
That's fine. Dome's a tough kid. He reacted well. Seems like he actually embraced it.
If your picture starts waving back and forth sporadically, you could blame it on me. I keep kicking the base of the pedestal. Timeout Hudson. 1:35 left to go in the quarter. Faced with a 2nd down and 13.
Attention fans, while you're cheering on your team tonight, don't forget to treat yourself to something sweet.
It's a strange last few minutes of the game. Penalty by Clinton, 2 straight penalties by Hudson. Little chippiness on that run by Dome, and then a timeout. I think Coach Attaway may look at this as an opportunity to settle things down in the huddle, get his guys regrouped, and start to figure out how they can get a first down here on a 2nd and long.
Bye week after tonight. Won't be back at home at Morgan Bowl until the 17th of October.
I see what you did there, Pete. I like it. He's been waiting for that one. Well, the delivery was really good.
Yeah, so a week off next week, so the wives will be happy, I guess. Dome, screen pass to Muse. And Muse is ridden down by Connor Cox. Like number 51, Jamison Breyer, in on the tackle as well.
I'm a big fan of screens when you're playing a aggressive defense like Clinton. Kind of give them that jailbreak feel where they feel like they're all running to the quarterback, and then you just dump it off, whether it's in the middle of the field or somewhere outside the hashes. Clinton actually did a pretty good job reacting to that, but good gain, and now it's 3rd and manageable for Hudson.
3rd down and 6 inside of a minute to go in the first quarter. Bunch set on the left side. Torres goes on the wheel right. Dome's going to keep it. Going to be just short of a first down. Now a decision for Coach Attaway here at midfield. He's faced with a 4th and 1.
I like the call. Get Dome first design run, I believe, since we've seen. We'll see what he wants to do here. It looks like he might. Oh, he's going to take it into the 2nd quarter.
Softball coach Laura Bowen getting a lot of hugs from her players down in the student section. It's Laura's birthday today.
Fellow October baby.
Clinton Gales over the Hudson Hawks by a score of 6-0.
Certainly well respected among the parents and the students. So good she's getting shown some love from the Red Sea.
Thanks to your generosity and continued support of the community. While you're there, Check out the QR code for information on the Ghost and Goblin 5K race on 1K.
Speaking of coaches, a new hockey coach was announced.
Yeah.
Yesterday or the day before. His name's George Pinedis.
Hi, George. If you're watching,
The new varsity hockey coach at Hudson High School. Comes by way of Lincoln Sudbury.
Coach Knotts did a good job.
Yeah,
Keep it rolling.
Coach Sonata, had worked with him for a year or two before he came back to Hudson. Tyrese Muse. Looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down.
Personally, I'm a little surprised there. Clinton had shown a little bit of anxiousness earlier on in the drive and in these first two drives, jumping off sides. I figured early on, you're at the certain part of the field, maybe try to get them to jump off sides a little, and maybe use a timeout if you needed to.
Yeah.
But he felt maybe he had a good look, and they went right under center and ran the ball. But I was expecting them to try to draw them offside.
Yeah, a long counted or something. First and 10, Clinton from the Hudson 48. Their second drive of the game. Throws underneath for Connor Cox. And he's still on his feet inside the 30. And he's brought down by Toby Eady at the 28. And there's a flag behind the play. That one's coming back.
When you get your quarterback rolling out to the right like that and you see the back judge throw the flag, more often than not, there's some extracurricular holding going on. So fortunate break for the Hawk defense right there, because Clinton got them in the look that they wanted to. I thought they were going to run that waggle last drive. They opened up with this. I like the play call, but you got to execute, and holding is not executing.
So I think this is sort of an important defensive drive here for the Hawks. Try and keep Clinton at bay here. Don't let them get too far ahead. Now around the corner goes Gavin Naughton, and he's brought down by Dom Shaves. Jackson and number 40, Landon Phillips.
Early on, the Gales offense is winning the battle of the line of scrimmage. Kind of moving the ball as they wish right now, and second and long. Would love to get a negative play right here to force a third and long for a team that probably doesn't feel very comfortable throwing the ball. But they're back on the other side of the 50, and we really got to figure it out early on here on defense. How we're going to stop the leak a little.
Yep, Ben Jackson back in tonight, his first activity of the season. Again, Casella brought down by Toby Eady.
Outside, slight gain on the play will be third down, 36.
Eady held him to no gain.
Toby did a great job there, scraping and meeting Casella. He's so consistent. He played a lot he got some time as a freshman. Really came into his own last year in his sophomore year at a huge state championship game, and now he's really probably one of the leaders of the defense, and if not one of the better linebackers in Central Massachusetts.
Throw underneath, picked off by Jackson. Sam Jackson takes it back across the 40 to the 41.
It's what we just talked about, Pete, right?
Get him in
an
an uncomfortable position.
Uncomfortable position. I mean, that quarterback had no business throwing that ball. Fritter was double covered from the get-go, and that might be the easiest interception Sam Jackson ever has. Great play on the ball, and went to the ground and make sure that his offense was going to get an opportunity to respond.
So the Hawks take over at their own 40. And Muse was hit immediately by Casella and number 50, Elaine Abaya. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Wood is wide to the left. Cooper Stir on the near side, right. Little wide receiver screen that time for Jackson Wood. Still on his feet. And he got stripped of the ball.
Hawks really like to go to that slip screen on the strong side of the field. Jackson Wood made a nice play, was trying to get a little extra run after catch there. Clinton did a wonderful job gang tackling, and then as you're taught, once that initial contact's made, everyone else is going for the ball. You'd love to see Jackson go to the ground, but instinct wanted him to fight for more yards, and unfortunately put the ball on the ground. So Hawks defense back out on the field. They got to get the ball back.
So Clinton will take over again in Hudson territory from their 47. Pitch to the left. Goes to Casella. He's brought down by Muse and Edie. Gain of 2.5.
I really like the quick toss look there. Kind of stack everyone to the right and then just give it to one of your good athletes and try to get them out in space. Toby Edie, again, wonderful job in pursuit from the linebacker position to limit the yards, because I feel like they were pretty close to breaking that.
Yep. And caught in the backfield is Casella. No, Casella again. No, not.
Yeah, it was Naughton, I think. Number 7.
Gavin Naughton.
Huge push from the defensive line there.
Oliveira in there with the tackle with Toby Edie. Toby Edie gets himself into the offensive backfield pretty quickly. Timeout Clinton with 7:18 left to go before the half.
A good opportunity to purchase your Gale t-shirts or license plate brackets. Help support the student.
Good opportunity for the Hudson defense here to try and slow down this running game of the Gales. Get them into a punting situation anyway.
Yeah, Clinton has a few options here, and it would be interesting to see what Coach Ball comes out with. You try to go with one of your better offensive plays, maybe on the run side, make it third and a little bit shorter, and then go for it. And kind of, your defense has been pretty great so far. So are they really worried about giving Hudson a short field, or do they punt it and try to pin him back?
Yeah.
And really start playing the field possession game. So we'll see what they decide to do. But it's early on. I think it's a good spot to kind of maybe take some risks. You're up by a score. The person who wants to see an exciting game, I'd like to see them go to the air and try something. I think we have the advantage when they do that. Coach Ball probably knows that, but let's see what they come out in. It'd be interesting. They're at an interesting part of the field where they have a few different options.
And there's some looks from Hudson too that we really haven't seen yet tonight. So a big 3rd down play here for the Hudson defense, 3rd and 11. Quick pass. Helmet comes off. It was complete to Grady Frisch. Lost his hat, so he's got to come out. He's got to come out for at least one play.
Quick passes can act as an extension of the run game, so I really like what they did. Grady Frisch is a good athlete. He's probably their best receiver. tall, long, so give him the ball and see if he can make a play after. His helmet came off, so he has to sit out this one. Probably not what their coach wanted. You want your best athletes out there on fourth and fives when you're apparently going for it. Looks like they are going to.
Fourth down and 4 for the Gales from the Hudson 41. Toss to the right, skips one tackle, does not, and flag comes in from the Hudson backfield.
There's flags on the play. I don't know if he got the first down.
They're showing him short. We got one official over here about the 37-yard line. So if that's the case, he's going to be short.
There we go.
And it's holding against Clinton. It'll be declined by Coach Attaway. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Hawks will take over. Ball's going to be spotted at their own 43.
Hudson coaching staff has made some good adjustments on the defensive side, limiting the big plays. And again, defense is going to keep them in these games. How does it feels like Clinton's had the ball about 3/4 of this game, and to only be down a touchdown right now, I think is big.
Dome and Edie in the Hudson backfield. Gives to Edie. Just tripped up as he approached the 40-yard line. Connor Cox able to trip him up. Picked up 4. It's going to be about 2nd and 6. Called a gain of 3. Be 2nd down and 7.
Feel like the clock's moving awfully fast. Almost under 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Only about 35 minutes ago the game started.
Edie again, coming to the right side this time, dives forward. Delwyn Ramos with the tackle of Edie. Be 3rd down and 5. You know, we really haven't seen a designed run for Logan Dome yet tonight.
Just one. He did it on the last drive in the first quarter when they were wrapping up. But other than that, yeah, I mean, by this time in the game, we're used to seeing 3 or 4 play calls that are designed for him to try to find a seam and break it. So
Cooper
right
Sturr,
now,
the lone wide receiver to the left. Hawks in the eye. Pass is tipped.
That was number 16, Jake
16,
McNamara.
I was looking for number 10, Jake McNamara.
So Jake's grandfather, Ed Pete, coached with my dad at Assumption College about 30 years ago. Myself and Zach still keep in touch with some of the family there. Really, really good family. Jake's actually a wonderful baseball player too. So if you're calling any games in the spring, Pete, you'll see Jake McNamara there for Clinton High.
And Clinton calls timeout. The coach was out there in the huddle. Figured they would have to call timeout. 4:44 left to go before the half. 6-0 in favor of the Gales.
Be sure to purchase your 50/50 raffle tickets. Winning ticket to be sold at the half in just a short time. Can't win if you don't buy a ticket. Help support all of our great classes here at Clinton High School. You can purchase a 50/50 raffle ticket.
Might have a special guest with us just after halftime.
Yeah. So they have two guys deep on the punt here, which means you're basically playing 9 on 11 for 5 yards, and I don't know if they've accounted for that, but that kind of what jumps out to me right here. Yep, there we go.
And they fake the snap.
There we go.
Snap went to Edie. Hawks convert for the first down. Gow tried to sell the high snap. It was a direct snap to Edie.
The old up back is what you like to call that. Yep. And that was, to me, I don't know. I'm hoping someone else. I can't be the smartest guy here on the defensive side, but I looked at seeing 2 guys back there. you need 11 to play defense, so you had a 2-man advantage, and I think that's probably what the coaches were looking for. And if they seen that on film, then they probably had that eyed out if they had the down and distance right that they were going to do that. Great play call.
Typically, you don't send 2 guys back.
No, you don't. Actually, it's a great call out, Pete. That feels kind of old school to do that.
Gives to Muse for a couple. Going to move that back a little bit. Call it a gain of 2. Motion man Asensky over to the right side of the formation. Flag down on the near sideline. Dome looks upfield. Brought down after a gain of about 2. I think that one's going to be coming back. He was brought down by Marcelo Pereira.
It's either a legal motion. He threw it right away, so something happened pre-snap or right at the snap.
Looking downfield. Finding no one. Carries the ball to the
They're calling it false start.
45.
Yeah.
Illegal formation.
Hudson, illegal formation. Penalty is declined.
I'd have to go back and see if it was too many men on the line of scrimmage or someone was moving in motion prior to. But again, that's the Hawks shooting themselves in the foot.
Well, then they had the motion for Wasinski. Maybe the tight end got covered up.
Yep. You also have to be set for an X amount of time, so a whole host of things could have happened there.
3rd down and 8 for the Hawks. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Dome straight back. Looking downfield, overshoots the intended receiver down there, John McPartland. Brings up 4th down once again.
Downfield by number 1. Logan Dome is incomplete. Brings on 4th down. The 4th and 8.
Clinton defense stayed home. Looks like the Hawks wanted to go back to that slip screen that they had with Jackson Wood earlier. Johnny Mack did a little play fake and went up the sideline, but great job by the Gales defense holding their own and not being thrown off by that look.
Roy Gow into punt. Takes a Hudson bounce. Hit Orlandi in the foot on the way down, but whistled dead.
Yeah, that touched one of the players' feet, so it became an illegal touching at that point, so they'll spot the ball where that went off the Hawk defender's heel.
Move it out to the 14-yard line. Clinton will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 14. .246 left to go before the half. And false start. Looked like the right guard, Josh Phillips, pulled a little too early. I think that play was going to the right.
Follow the guards.
And swallowed up early that time, Connor Cox. Clock continues to run. 2:20 left before the half. There was a gain of 1 on that play. 2nd down and 14. And around the corner goes Naughton. And Naughton brought down by the two Jacksons and Toby Eady, as Sam Jackson is ushered away from the commotion by brother Ben.
Clinton had
Still, after all these years, there's no love lost between these two teams.
No, it's awesome. It's what you want. It's a passionate game. You're battling with 11 or 10 of your buddies at a time. It's cool to see, and right now there's been no foul play or anything like that. It's us all been pushing and shoving, so no harm, no foul at the moment.
Out to the right. Out to the 35. Connor Cox with the reception.
If you're Hudson, you have to stop Clinton here. Last thing you want is them to get a late score and then have an opportunity to score right at halftime. They were the ones, so Clinton's going to be receiving the ball to start the third.
Clinton shows still one timeout. The give to Casella, out to the Clinton 40. He's going to move the chains. So it'll be a fresh set of downs for Clinton. Out, moved it back to their 39.
Not getting the sense from Coach Ball and Clinton that he has any urgency to try to put one in before that.
No, it looks like they just might be happy to take this in at 6-zip. Reverse to Naughton. And Naughton's tripped up after a gain of about 4. Call it 5.
You see that a lot with a lot of these wing type of offense, that little double counter, if you will, the inside reverse, just to create some type of distraction and movement, and hopefully you can break a big play. Good on the Hudson defense for not letting anything big break right there.
Well, that's kind of important with that wing offense anyway. Just stay home and find the ball and then react from that.
Again, a lot of what we were taught growing up was follow the guards. The guards are really going to take you to where they are. I mean, it's a very pull-heavy type of offense. More often than not, your interior linemen are going to point you to where the ball's going.
Yep, and Clinton's taking a timeout. That's their last, so 16 seconds on the clock. Second down and 5. They can't stop the clock unless they throw the ball. Good time for a pick 6. But unlikely that they're going to throw this one. They maybe just run it one more time and take it into the clubhouse with the 6-0 lead at the half.
If you're Hudson, you have to keep everything in front of you right now.
Throw goes downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands of Grady Frisch. Had Jackson Wood down there. Also Blake Freitas. Close to a hot stopper there with 9 seconds left in the first half.
That's a bit of nightmare fuel right there. Basically what we were just talking about almost manifested itself on the field. Luckily, unluckily for Frisch, he dropped that ball, but hey, that's that happens in the game of football, and hopefully we can clean things up here to get out of this second quarter unscathed.
9 seconds to go in the half. And the Hawks are going to use a timeout. They have 1 left.
Attention fans, while you're cheering on our team tonight, don't forget to treat yourself to something sweet. Giovanni Rosales baked some amazing homemade goodies for our homecoming.
Another good crowd. That's one thing about the Hawks the last couple of seasons is they've really been playing in front of some good crowds every week.
Yep, they travel well, and then whoever they play, they have a target on their back with how successful they've been the last few years. Regardless if you graduate the 23 seniors from last year, everybody wants a piece of Hudson, and that's what you want to do. As any football player, you want to play in big games. You want to play in meaningful games all across, the entire way, not just late in the season. So, this is something they're going to have to deal with for the next few years.
And that's something we talked about. We talked about it early in the season too. There's a lot of teams on the Hudson schedule that have a score to settle just because some of the margins of victory last year. That some of these teams have a score to settle.
Yeah, and this Hudson team's not going to give anybody anything easy. Clinton's finding that out right now.
And Gavin Naughton gets the final carry of the first half. It's halftime here at Veterans Memorial Sports Complex in Clinton. And it's the Gales 6 and the Hawks nothing. And second half underway.
Started how most of the first half went.
That's whistled. Going against the Hawks. So the Hawks won the toss. They did elect to receive, so Clinton gets the second half kickoff.
If Hudson wants to get back in this game, you have to clean up the little things. Way too many small penalties, missed some missed assignments on defense. You want to make sure you clean
letting
it
some
up.
of the emotion of this game get in the way?
Yeah, it could be. It's a big game. I mean, again, it's your crosstown rival. You wanna step up. You want to make a big play. So maybe it takes you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
From the 5. Naughton takes it across the 35. There's a flag down at the 32.
Pete, you're never going to believe this. There's a penalty.
Yeah. Here comes Cam. Late coming back from the half.
We got it, Cam. Don't worry. Everything's good. We'll take care of things while you're out, Cam.
That was like me on Thanksgiving 2 years ago. I missed the first 2 plays of the second half, and it was a touchdown.
I remember that. That was funny. Cam actually was doing the call, right?
I couldn't get back. Put the headset back on. Said, did I miss anything?
It's great. Pete, you've been doing this long enough. It's okay. Sometimes things happen. You're a man of the people. You get pulled away.
Yeah, I get stopped along the way.
Yeah. Let's not forget the status you have around town.
You have to shake hands and kiss babies. First and 10 Clinton from their own 17. And that's shut down quickly.
Damian Shaves. Haven't called his name a ton, but a lot of times with him and his brother, you're trying to run away from that side or wherever they're lined up.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. Last year, those two brothers, really emerged as a force on the defensive line.
And Dom had a lot of close calls last week. He had to potentially 4 or 5 tackles for a loss. It just wasn't quick enough to catch up.
You have to account for those two at all times. And Hudson's done a great job all year making adjustments at halftime. I think they made adjustments really well mid-game in between first and second quarter, so need more of it.
Now the pass downfield, and Muse deflected it. It was caught by Grady Frisch, and Frisch is still on his feet, taken out of bounds at the Hudson 33. Big chunk play for Clinton, nearly intercepted.
I really don't know how you don't call offensive pass interference on that. It'd be interesting. I don't know if we can get it up on instant replay, but the ball was underthrown, and it looked like Frisch was pulling
like he grabbed on his shoulder
and
pads.
it was right in front of the 2 refs, and it seems like that's what Coach Attaway's talking about right now. He's probably in disbelief it didn't get called. That's not a good call from the officials. Actually, I think Clinton really got away with one right there. If I can see it from here, there's no reason those refs can't see that right there happening in front of them.
1st and 10, Clinton. And Casella turns it upfield. Brought down by Edie and Ben Jackson.
That's a big play that will give life to a team that had 2nd and long, and now they have a 1st and 10 on the Hawks side of the 50, and they're going to go back to their bread and butter, which is the ground game. So hopefully Hawks defense, recognizes that those things are going to happen, and you got to step up and get some negative plays.
Ball at the Hudson 26. Ball's on the ground. And Casella able to scoop up the fumble. It's not Casella. It's the quarterback, Luke Berdassia.
Just half a second too late from Sam Jackson getting to the ball. He would have wanted to have that one back. But, they already kind of called possession by the time they were rolling down the ground for it. He did come up with it, but,
Yep.
that's bang, bang, and the refs are going to call that once the quarterback falls on it.
3rd down and 3 from the Hudson 26. Single receiver to the left is Frisch. And he's looking toward Frisch. Frisch catches it at the 14. And Muse rides him out of bounds. Good throw and a catch for that time.
They've had good success with the waggle on both sides. If the quarterback didn't find Frisch, Connor Cox was wide open on the flats. Hawks are going to have to account for that. Seems like every time they run it, there's one guy that's wide open. Honestly, the quarterback kind of just stepped in through it, and I think he was hoping Frisch was there, and he made a good throw and a good catch.
1st and goal from the Hudson 8.
There it is.
And the throw underneath. Touchdown, Clinton, 8 yards.
I like the play call from Clinton. Hudson has not proven that they're going to stop that flood right, flood left play. So go right back to it. See if they're going to make any adjustments to pick up the guy coming out of the backfield, and there was Connor Cox, is wide open right again. I'd have to see who was assigned to him. I think it was probably one of the backers that may have lost him coming out of the backfield.
Might have been Freitas made the stop.
Yeah,
made the tackle,
he came down, but that wasn't. The corner won't account for the running back coming out of the backfield. But either way, it is what it is. Hawks have to come back and answer back. Not before
Clinton's going to try for 2 here. And the give is to Naughton, and Naughton is going to run into a roadblock around the left corner, so the extra point is no good. 8:37 left to go in the 3rd, and the Hawks trail 12-0.
This is the final call for a winning 50-50 raffle ticket number. If you are holding ticket number 498, serial 9 gray. That is ticket number 498, serial 99.
Clinton with a different look to open the second half. They were run all first half. Started the second half with a deep ball that Frisch caught. Another one, Frisch caught 2 balls there, and then the touchdown out of the backfield. So either they like the matchups they have, or they're figuring they just need to give a few different looks because they were becoming too predictable with the run game.
Yep.
So
and it slows down the Hudson rush.
Yeah, and we talk about adjustments on the Hudson defensive side where they've done some good things. Kudos to the Clinton offensive coordinator for making some adjustments and trying to find some holes in the Hawk defense.
JT Torres is deep. And the kick is away. Torres mishandles the kick. Jumped on by the Gales.
I don't know if it was evident down there, but the second that ball was kicked, you could see the wind was holding it up. And kind of like an outfielder in baseball, you kind of felt like he was staying back on it and really should have been coming up to make that play to catch the ball. And he waited to the last minute. He was trying to catch it
on the run.
Yeah, and he waited in the last minute, and he fumbled it, and you see that. I mean, that's a huge, huge turnover.
So Clinton will take over at the Hudson 23. And false start assessed to the Gales.
Be interesting to see. You usually get a turnover like that you're not expecting deep in the other team's territory. Technically, usually what I would like to do, what we see Coach Attaway do, you try to do a big play really to answer it, right? You get the defense on their heels, open up with a big play. Now with the penalty, we'll see if Clinton kind of prescribes to that or they go back to the run game. But generally, you like to see a big play right off a huge turnover and swing in the game.
1st and 15. And Casella gets run out of bounds just inside the 20. Call it 2nd down and 11.
Second down from the 19-yard line.
And the throw underneath to the left is incomplete. Connor Cox, the intended target.
Hudson's lucky Connor Cox isn't walking into the end zone for a second touchdown. He was open.
Yeah, the quarterback
did make a good throw on it, and Frisch was running Trayson off, so Trayson had his back to the play, and if Cox caught that ball, he's walking into the end zone. So not the greatest execution from Clinton. Hudson has to take advantage of that right now and force a 4th down.
3rd down and 11. It's the option pass. And Muse put on the brakes, dove to his right to try to pick that one off.
I know these are just kids, and I'm not going to say, but that might have been the ugliest pass I've seen in about 15 years.
Yeah, that was
zero chance. I was they had Frisch on the deep post. I thought that kid was going to step into it and throw an absolute pea. It looked like it was stuck on his hand.
That was a little off the mark. So they're going to try a field goal here. It's going to be 35 yards. And the kick is away. And it's no good.
Plenty of leg.
The attempt by number 40, Marcelo Pereira.
Good news there. Not a lot of time was used on the clock after the turnover. Clinton went to the air a few times, few incomplete passes, stopped the clock. So if you're Hudson, you just got to kind of lobotomize what just happened on the special teams. Count your blessings, and then you need to get in the end zone here. You cannot be late in this game trying to score 2 touchdowns. You have to chip into this lead with either this drive or the next drive before the 4th quarter.
I have to say, Bryant, that's your first 10-cent word of the season.
What's 10 cents?
Lobotomize.
Oh, yeah, I had a sales leader that used to use it all the time.
How long you had that one in the holster?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, here we go, Pete. Here we go. Chunk play. Here it goes. Brought down from behind at the 50.
Probably going to have a dead ball on Sportsmanlike.
Muse is looking for a flag on that. There is a flag.
It's behind the. I think it's going to be dead ball. Might be offsetting.
Personal foul on the defense and personal foul on the offense. Unsportsmanlike against the defense.
Yeah, I think he threw. It was offsetting personal foul, and then it was unsportsmanlike.
It was an extra. So they're going to march this one off. And they're going to take that one down to the Clinton 36.
Pete, can we revisit our conversation that was happening there? Did you not think I knew what lobotomized meant?
Oh, no.
So
I did.
I was in sales for 10 years, and we would do cold calling. And, you know, you get beat up on cold calls a lot. And I have a sales leader that says you got to lobotomize the last one, and it never happened.
Yep.
Pretend like it didn't happen.
Yep. Oh, no. I knew what you meant. And that play stopped before it really got going. Muse was tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Dom Shave's going to have to get his emotions in check a little bit. He's lucky none of the referees saw what I just saw. Looks like he was getting a little chippy and laid his shoulder into one of the Gale defensemen walking back to the line. You know, you got to, if you're an alpha there on the offensive lineman, you got to let him know you're not going to be pushed around. So if he can do it within the means of not getting any flags thrown, good, but he's just got to be careful.
Dom Shays at right tackle, Damian at left tackle. And Dome is going to follow Edie right up the middle. Takes it inside the 30 to the Clinton 29.
Pete, you called it, you know, hey, where are those design runs for Logan Dome? He usually does a pretty good job on those zero reads, so you got a strong line play from Oliveira and Shaves and even Caputo. So give him, as an athlete, an opportunity to make a play, and he did. I'd like to see him go back to that. And last year we saw this too. Hudson on the offensive side would wear teams down with their size. So let's see if that comes into play here in the second half.
3rd and 2. And Dome going to stop forward progress just outside of the 25. So it's going to be close to a first down. And it is. They're going to move the chains. Fresh set of downs for the Hawks. Ball spotted at the Clinton 26.
Great job by Logan knowing the line to gain. Doesn't have to be flashy.
1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
So kind of a new flash for the Hawks offensively with some design runs for Logan Dome. Taking Clinton a couple of plays to catch up and make the adjustment. And a little miscommunication on the handoff that time between Dome and Toby Edie.
Handoff to number 24, Tobias Eddy.
Not a clean handoff by any means. You know, Hawks don't give you that I formation look too much. They tend to generally really like to pound the ball out of that look. You might get a little play action out of it. But if you're going to do that, you got to make sure everything's crisp. I mean, generally they're a shotgun team, and
Logan
it
took
didn't look neat. Yeah,
rotated around to his left and kind of almost missed Toby on the way by.
So silver linings, I think it could have been a lot worse. They were able to recover it and got 2nd and long.
2nd and 10. And JT Torres busted outside, gets inside the 15, pushed out by the 12, and flags fly. So it looks like there's going to be some more tacked onto this one at the end of the play.
Carries the ball inside the 20, flags on the play.
I'm guessing that was on the drive out of bounds, Pete. Is
yeah,
that, I mean,
it was right on
the ref threw the flag before the game
right
was
on
even
the sidelines. Personal foul, face mask.
Okay,
that's going to move it another 15. So you know, another offensive wrinkle that time with hitting Torres out of the jet.
I love it.
And he's so quick. It's good to get him up to speed and get him to that corner even quicker.
I mean, on this drive alone, 4 different ball carriers. You've had Torres, you've had Muse, Edie, and Dome. You don't want to become predictable, and I like the fact that they're mixing it up right there. JT is a dynamic athlete, and you got to get him in space. It's a great job.
1st and goal for the Hawks that gives to Muse. Runs into a lot of traffic, just kind of falls forward for a short gain.
We've seen this before. We saw this in Shrewsbury on these 1st and goal situations. I would like to see Toby Edie either run the ball, or when we scored the touchdown in Shrewsbury, it was off some form of flood or waggle.
Yeah.
So
and
let's see if they're kind of setting them up for that. They do have the left side of the field as the strong side.
I was going to say, you got a wide open field over here on the near side. kind of get yourself in a foot race. 3 wides to the left for Dome in the shotgun. And he's going to follow Edie around the left side. Be stopped short, no signal yet. And touchdown, Logan Dome from the 5.
Logan Dome, tough kid. Not
so
the
right on
biggest,
cue,
he'll put
we were
his shoulder
talking
down.
about the open side of the field and maybe some speed advantages for the Hawks, and they go over that to this side and use it, and it's a 5-yard touchdown
and great,
for Logan Dome.
And these refs have been, not shy on throwing flags. Great job by everybody that was out on the left side, getting some blocks in and not grabbing any jerseys and giving the refs a reason to throw a flag there.
And Roy Gal puts the extra point through. 3:55 left to go in the third, and the Hawks are on the board. They trail by 5.
Remaining in the third quarter, Hudson's on the board, trailing the Gales by a score of 12-7.
Big momentum change right there. If you're Coach Attaway, you're telling your squad, you're telling your kickoff team to go down there and make a play. Set the tone now for the next 15 minutes of this game. If you're Clinton, way too many bad penalties, so you kind of start to feel like they're on edge and their back's up against it.
Here's
so.
another look at that again. Edie takes off. Looks like Edie's going to get that last block.
Yeah, Edie set the edge, even just getting his body in there, and then Dome just embracing
just
that.
one-on-one.
Yep.
From that point in. Dome from 5 yards out gets the Hawks within 5. Naughton from the 8. And gone under Luca Orlandi with the first hits. Really slowed him down and gave him some time until the cavalry got there to make the tackle.
Roy Gal's usually the first one down there, which is hard when he's the kicker. Generally, historically, kickers tend to be the last line of defense. But Gal's one of the linebackers on this crew, so not only is he a kicker, he's someone that's going to put his shoulder pad right in between your chest.
And I know early in the season and stuff, he was lobbying for some defensive reps as well, trying to strut his stuff defensively. Roy Gal again, one of the top scorers in Central Mass. Out to the 17 is Gavin Naughton.
It sounds obvious, but obviously if you're the Hudson defense, you want to force a 3-and-out here. You want their punt team to come on the field. You want to be able to start playing this field, where the field possession and field position game. That would be huge coming off that last offensive drive. So I think as soon as Hudson can get their offense back on the field, the better. The last thing you'd want after a huge drive like that is have Clinton come out and have a long scoring drive or even put together a few first downs.
And the throw underneath is complete to Connor Cox.
Pass by number 10, Lewis Professor Jr. is complete to number 4, Connor Cox.
There's Cox again out of the backfield. He's been really consistent tonight, been able to catch the ball and then put his shoulder down. He's super physical, so he'll make guys pay when he's catching the ball out of the backfield. Hawks got to try to force a negative play here to get 3rd and long and a punting down for Clinton.
Landon Phillips with the tackle defensively. Lost a shoe. Got that tied up. And a scrum at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to spot that for a Clinton first down. And they do. Fresh set of downs for the Gales.
Carry by the Gales is enough for a first down.
First and 10. 1:40 left to go, third quarter. And the toss to the left.
Pitch to number 20, Tatum Casella.
Casella around the left side.
Resulting in a Clinton first down.
Went to that quick toss again. We've seen, I think that's the third or fourth time we've seen it tonight. The key there is if they have a mismatch or, are outnumbering Hudson defenders on that side of the ball, that's an easy play for them to make, and then you just need guys to make sure that they're being aggressive with their tackling. You know, a few arm tackles are happening right now, and I mean they made contact at a decent spot, but they were able to get a decent gain out of that.
Now Casella stops, sidesteps to the right, takes it around the corner. He's driven out of bounds by Jackson Wood in Hudson territory. Going to put it down at the Hudson 30, right at the 40-yard line.
Now, I'm not hip to everything the kids are doing, but I believe Casella's looking at his coaches there and telling him to keep feeding them. Or he's telling him to come out of the game, because that's exactly what he just did. See, I don't know what the kids are doing these days. It looked like he was doing the spoon feed thing.
Maybe that's the signal for I need to come out.
Yeah, I don't know. Why would that mean come out? Usually you tap the top of your helmet.
And around the corner goes Naughton.
Goodness.
Makes it to the corner, beats Muse. And he's going to be ridden down by Ben Jackson for another first down carry. 1st and 10, Gales.
Naughton's a lot of fun to watch. He had Trayson Muse right in front of him and did a little stutter step that just slowed Trey down and was able to continue on to the sideline. That was a really, really good play by Naughton there.
From the 22-yard line.
Berdessia. Caught from behind.
Oh my God, it's a thick
Goes
six.
Dom Shaves.
It's a thick six. Go Dom, it's a thick six.
Touchdown, Hawks. 78-yard touchdown for one of the biggest guys on the team.
One of the biggest guys
Of both teams.
That's unbelievable.
He was being chased down by number 54. He was the last man standing. Mason Senna Swisher.
I mean, there's certain things you dream about as a defensive lineman. Picking up a fumble and taking it to the house like that
78
has to be on the
yards.
top of the list.
Usually when you see that, they're looking back, looking for some help for somebody to give
Every
it to.
Christmas for the rest of his life, that is going to be on a television and be like, oh, what is this? Oh, just me running for 70 yards. Good for him. That's amazing. Good for him.
Brings new life to the phrase rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
And he broke away at the end. You see the guy trying to catch up to him? I don't think we're not talking enough about the breakaway speed right now.
78-yard fumble recovery by Dom Shaves.
So does Dom go to bed tonight, knock on Damien's door, and say, Damien, did you have a touchdown tonight? I don't even care about the game. I just want to talk about this.
As we see that again.
Okay. So great job. Great. Number one, this quarterback, when he's had pressure on him, you can tell he gets a little uneasy. Should have kept that ball close to his body. Came out.
One
The
hop.
best part here is the clean pickup.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. You're not playing with it, and then boom. I mean, what a thing of beauty. Great
Look at
form.
the big man go.
Great form, running high. He kind of looks like Adrian Peterson there when he
Yeah.
used to be loose on the left sideline. And there it is. I mean, Dom, if you're watching this, we're real proud of you, bud. And look at that. Look at that. You got so far ahead, Dom, no one was even there to celebrate with you when you scored the touchdown.
Oh, we'll see that on his huddle reel. So the Hawks try for two here, Dome. Brought down. Kind of for taking the time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Not a ton of imagination there, but we'll take it. 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Hawks have taken the lead for the first time tonight.
If I try to get in the head of
13
Coach
to
Attaway, I say, do we spread them out? You know, we've seen that literally bunch 9-man box kind of. What if we spread them out and give Dome some space? Clinton just made a great play and was able to penetrate and get it there. So everyone at home, we're super excited here on this little Hawk Cam. That was one of the more exciting plays we've seen here in some time. So
yeah, I mean that kind of got us both back into
man.
the game. The game was starting to drag along, and
I feel like I did my Scott Zolak by screaming the thick six, but I don't care.
Yeah. So the Hawks take the lead, 13-12, first time tonight. 24 seconds left to go in the quarter, and Gao kicks it away. And Grady Frisch is going to let that one bounce out of bounds.
That has to drive the coaches nuts. We've seen it a few times this year. Roy Gao is an exceptional kicker, I feel like, whether that's designed to try to kick it outside the hashes. But those are the things we're talking about. They're going to have him re-kick, which is fine because they want to get good field position. But, you know, we got to limit these type of little mistakes that could potentially have a change or have a impact on the outcome of the game.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, they just tried to maybe make the field smaller by kicking it, you know, outside of the hash.
5-yard penalty. Re-kick from the 35-yard line.
So Gao kick from the 35. To the 12. Gavin Naughton still on his feet, out across the 35, out around the 39-yard line.
Good return for Naughton. He has to be a little careful. He tends to, when he's shifting, that ball comes off of his body, and it's pretty evident from up here. He needs to be careful that that doesn't come loose and get popped out. What a turn of events, Pete. You feel like the momentum shifted pretty quickly
we'll
after
see.
that big play.
See how this defensive series goes, and that can kind of tell you if there's been a momentum shift in this game. But you started the quarter, you know, down 12 points, and now you're up by 1. So it's been a good third quarter here for the Hawks.
It's going to be interesting to see what they want to do there. Your quarterback obviously makes a big mistake. Do you want to get him back involved and try to get him a run or some type of throw?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to go back to where you've been successful, which is the ground game? So,
and that's the end of the third quarter. Cox was taken down by number 56, Andrew Oliveira, and Lorenzo Caputo in there as well. That's 3 quarters in the books here from Veterans Memorial Sports Complex in Clinton. It's the Hawks 13 and the Gales 12.
We're going to call him out. Yeah, we were originally scheduled to have Jake Attaway come visit us. Apparently, if you're watching, Jake, you've officially big-timed us, and we're not very thrilled about this. You don't get these invites.
We're a couple of vengeful guys.
Yeah.
Just look at us.
That's why. Yeah. We know where you live.
Yeah, we had it all set. It's I think Jake had a hard time getting from the opposite side of the field back over here, having to stop and talk. Because you know him, he's not going to.
Hey, Owen and Nardowicz didn't have any trouble.
No, Owen got right up there.
They're best friends, so we'll have to set them up, and maybe Owen can do a little PR training with his
Owen's
dear friend Jake.
watching tonight. Owen, if you're watching tonight, you understood the assignment.
Owen, text Jake, even though he won't respond to you, and just let him know we're not very thrilled.
And he's with Giorgio too, Garrett Giorgio.
Oh, God, there's another one.
Neither one of them
the blind leading the blind,
look.
really.
I don't know. Maybe they'll show up.
Maybe it's us, Pete. Maybe it's us.
Yeah, could be. And Naughton spun around by Damian Shaves. Damian couldn't wrap him up. And makes lemonade out of lemons and picks up 8 yards.
He's good. You don't. That should have been a loss of yards right there. Was able to escape a few tackles and then change direction and had some green in front of him. So great job by Naughton. I mean, that's an 8-yard gain. That's probably one of the better 8-yard carries you're going to see.
Aiden Ball now in the game. And he gets the carry wrapped up quickly by number 40, Landon Phillips.
I was able to be down on the field during warm-ups, and I asked Coach Donahue Bones, I said, who's number 40? He told me it was Landon. You get him down in person, he's not the tallest guy, but man, is he built like a rock. So hopefully, we saw him get some playing time last week against South, was able to make some plays. If he can be more consistent, get some more reps here at the middle linebacker position, he's going to be a playmaker.
It's out there at linebacker now with Ben Jackson and Toby Eady.
Watch this quick toss again.
4th and 2. Throw underneath, it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. That's what the Hawks have been looking for here.
I know this quarterback's just a sophomore, and that's, what I see from him is a kid who gets out in space and doesn't let the play develop too much. I feel like he's honestly just like snap, must throw in reality. And, the more snaps and reps he'll get, he'll start to play that out a little bit more. So, you saw a few times earlier in the game where Connor Cox was wide open right away. That's an easy throw. When guys are on him a little bit, Cox is able to kind of separate, but the quarterback's not giving him any type of
and you can see he's kind of finesse it too.
Yeah, it looks a little forced, but he's young and he'll get better. So, it's interesting to see, but he'll get there.
Hawks take over at the Clinton 47. Little jet sweep. Johnny McPartland takes it to the 40.
Love that double rip look from Coach Attaway and the Hawks. I've talked to him a few times about Johnny McPartland, and they call him Johnny B. Super nice kid, very fast and quick. So outside of JT Torres, they have a few guys that play on the outside that really, when you give them the ball, they can be pretty dynamic playmakers. So I'm glad Johnny was able to get a look there. And he was close to breaking that one.
Hawks in the eye. Gives to Muse. And the Clinton tackling got an outside in on that one. Edie's blocking was slow to develop. They came around the outside. Third down for the Hawks.
If I'm not power eye, but traditional eye, and I have a few yards to gain, I'd prefer to see Toby Eady be the one running downhill to get those, get the first down if you're really just looking to get the sticks moving. Trey's playing a little banged up right now, and there's the dive.
As Eady that time lowers the shoulder and is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, takes it inside the 40 to about the 39. Casella in on the stop. It's going to be 4th down and 2 for the Hawks.
Coach Attaway probably feels good about the push he's seeing, but Clinton's defense is staying strong, kind of bend but don't break here. You had 2nd and about 3. It's unfortunate that you probably didn't get any gain really on 2 straight plays, so now you're dealt with the 4th and short, and you got to execute or you turn the ball over. So let's see what Coach Attaway goes with. Might be a pass look out of this.
And timeout.
Looks like they were
Hudson.
a little slow to get that. Everyone's set. Brian Farrar just gave me a shout out, Pete. He's in his garage watching the game, or someone's garage. kid really likes garages. So
yeah, he's a garage guy.
He's definitely a garage guy. I'm going to get a text for that one.
125 viewers on the live stream tonight. That might be one of our higher on the season, so everybody's starting to get the word that they're actually playing football this fall.
I'll usually get a text from Ross Hayden. He likes to send me a little, he gives me some constructive criticism.
Thank you, Ross.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't ask for it,
yeah.
but he gives it to me anyway.
It'll be 4th down and 2 for the Hawks. I'm sure the Hawks and Coach Attaway would love to
I stand corrected.
move the
It's not a
chains in.
garage.
That's
It's Butwell. It's Butwell Field.
Butwell Field, yeah.
Shout out Butwell. We're
Somebody call the cops.
Field of Dreams.
It's supposed to be out by 8 o'clock there. Dome rolls to the right. He's got some room. It's a race to the corner, and he wins it. Going to be stopped about the third, just outside the 35, but it's going to be enough for the Hudson first down.
the old naked bootleg, which you don't see a lot of anymore. You kind of just leave your quarterback out there on an island and hope that his athleticism gets him across the line to gain. So great job by Dome. And you know what? He embraces contact too. Didn't run out of bounds.
Well, he did a good job turning that upfield when he did, because if he stayed in a race to the sideline, he might have lost that race. .7:30 remains in the game. It's a tight one here in Clinton. And Muse, second effort is good for about a yard. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Coach Attaway is going to be a little bit more deliberate right now in his play calling. This does become a more of a strategic game here with 7 minutes left, right? So I'm going to take a little bit more clock. I'm gonna keep the ball on the ground, make sure the clock's moving, but also make sure that he puts his team in a position where maybe they can keep getting first downs, whether that's in between the tackles, getting Logan Dome outside in space, or if they go to the air here. We haven't seen a pass to Cooper Sturry yet right now. He does have single coverage with Frisch. I don't think they're going to go to the air here, but would like to see something like that.
And flag down, false start against the Hawks.
Hudson, 5-yard penalty, and 2nd down.
Look like on that right side of the offensive line, some movement up there. It's going to move the Hawks back 5 yards.
Yeah, it looks like Andrew Oliveira may have been mixed up on the snap count, or maybe he was getting a little different read on what the cadence was, but you got to button that stuff up. In a game like this, you cannot take away yards on your drive, and that's 5 for the Gales right there, and got to button that up.
2nd down and 13 from the Clinton 39. Edie pushes his way across the 35, going to be stopped around the 33-yard line.
I'm a huge fan of Toby Edie lining up 4 or 5 yards behind Logan Dome and getting a running start. I mean, sometimes you can catch the defense sleeping when you go I formation and put him in the dive look. Toby's a really good athlete. If you give him the ball with an ability to really read the defense and make some plays, he just picked up 6 or 7 yards there. I'm confident this time in the game he's going to be doing that pretty much every time he touches the ball. You really got to use him to wear down the defense.
3rd down and 8. Dome. Wheel route to Muse. Makes a move at the 10. Touchdown! Dome to Muse. Muse actually made that inside move down around the 10 or 12-yard line. And it was daylight from there.
Where do you start with that? Great play design. way to get one of your better athletes in space. Easy throw for Logan Dome to make. Great catch by Trey, and then excellent run after catch, making the defenders miss. I mean, that's just like you drew it up and couldn't have worked out better. And that's a huge PAT.
And the kick is good from Gal. 5:10 left here in the fourth quarter. The Hawks are up by 8, 20-12.
So we go back here. Yeah, I mean, you get the little waggle look, right? It freezes some of the defenders, and then Trey Muse just is able to sneak out right up the sideline, and it's the easiest throw Logan will have to make in a great play in space from Trey to avoid the tackle and bring it to the end zone. I mean, that is well executed, huge play. These last quarter and a half have been unbelievable.
So again, Hawks down by 12 at the half. Have now gone up by 8 points here with 5:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kick is away.
Yep, he caught it outside and then went in, so that's going to be, a touchback. So Clinton find themselves in a little bit of a pickle here. They were showing signs of life very early on, being able to move the ball at will. They really have shot themselves in the foot with turnovers and penalties, and then really allowed the physicality of Hudson's offense and defense to really start dictating the momentum of this game. So we'll see what Clinton has in store. I mean, it's still a one-score game, but you got to feel like they're feeling like their back's against the wall, and the quarterback has made some pretty costly turnovers.
Yep.
And we'll see how he responds on a big drive.
Yeah, it's really the momentum shift has been all Hudson here in this second half. And Casella brought down by Dom Shaves and Toby Eady. Casella still able to pick up 3 yards. Be second down and 7.
And Clinton, who's, they want to run the ball. They got to make sure that they're leaving time on the clock to be able to get, downfield on the other side of the Hawk 50. And, they're going to the air.
Throw downfield is short. Good job by Wood and Jackson, just not create too much contact and get a flag downfield. Third down and 7.
And it goes back to my point. I mean, everything kind of feels too scripted on the pass game. Frisch was covered, double teamed right there, and the quarterback still threw it. So if you're the Hawks putting Clinton in a passing down in this situation, the way they've been able to adjust, you got to feel pretty good. It's changed a little bit. They're accounting for the backs out of the backfield, and they're making this quarterback make decisions where he kind of proven to not really rise to the occasion right now.
Straight back, downfield, intercepted. Blake Freitas. Second interception of the night for the Hawks. And this one came at a great time as well. Hawks will take over at their own 42. Second time that Berdesia has been intercepted tonight.
I don't mean to kick a kid when he's down, but that's, he walked right into the hands of the Hawks defense right there. He's struggling right now, not making a lot of good throws. Threw another ball into double coverage, and you just got to make sure that he stays confident and learns from his mistakes, and he's going to have more opportunities to make other plays. But right now, seemed like the moment was a little too big for number 10.
4:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Clinton still with 3 timeouts. Eady lowers the shoulder, pushes forward for a couple.
Coach Attaway got to be telling Logan Dome, just reminding him what the game plan is for the next 4 minutes, utilizing the clock, looking at the referee, making sure that we're maximizing the play clock, reiterating to his offensive line, no false starts, no penalties. Do not give Clinton any opportunity. Oh, Pete. Look at who it is.
Look who's coming up the stairs. Now they got to stop again because Edie's down there. Muse. Nice move. Gets down inside the 35 to the 33. Frisch with the touchdown saving tackle. Clock still runs with 3:19 left to go. First down and 10 for the Hawks. Clinton still with 3 timeouts.
Hello. Am I in?
Yeah, you're in. Edie is slowed down by number 51, Jamison Breer.
Oh.
So, right here, this is the guy that was supposed to come early on in the third quarter, but we watched your progression, and it wasn't very quick coming around from the other side of the field.
Yeah.
But joining me, in case you don't recognize this guy, Jake Attaway. Jake back for the weekend, sporting some new apparel on his left hand. You know, it's been great watching you those first 3 games, and then you kind of got slowed up by this surgery. When Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday I had my surgery.
What's the prognosis? What are they telling you?
I broke my metacarpal. You know, learned what that was this week. And so it was probably the one part of my thumb that I didn't want to break because they said that's like the longest like healing process.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I broke it last week or 2 weekends ago against Cheshire, and they said most likely 6 weeks, like if it were to be a full healing process, but. Since I obviously want to get back on the field as quick as possible.
Going to try to accelerate that a little bit?
So October 25th.
Does the school own a hyperbaric chamber or anything like that?
You'd think so.
Yeah, right?
They do have a lot of resources for us, which is really nice.
But, watching you your first 3 or 4 games at Phillips Exeter, I was able to stream those.
Yeah.
I did have one question, though. Did you read the playbook before you went up to New Hampshire? Some of those long touchdown runs that you had down at Choate looked eerily familiar to some plays that we saw you run here last year. And I texted your dad that, and say, hey, did you let him steal a couple of plays out of the playbook? There's eerily reminiscent of those long touchdown runs that you did right here a couple of times as well.
Well, my dad and him, Coach Vulgaris, they've been in contact a lot, actually, and so have I with Coach V, obviously, before the season. But it's very similar, like, the plays anyways. Yeah. Like, it's just, like, zone plays, like, that, like, I just, like, picked a right, hole in the zone and then, like, broke free a little bit. Yeah. But, yeah, it's similar. But, obviously, like, the kids at Choate, a little bigger and stuff. So
a little bigger, a little faster. You have to process things a little quicker.
Yeah. But overall, like, it's a lot of the same stuff. And I think playing here, like, with all these guys and at Hudson with my dad, like, coaching, it was easier to transition at Phillips Exeter because, like, the play style is very similar.
Yep, and Clinton stops the clock again. We're inside of 2 minutes. Your game-winning drive at home a couple weeks ago. What was that? You get the ball on the 19-yard line or something like that?
We had it on the 20.
Yeah.
And we had maybe a minute 20 to drive down.
129. I don't know why 129 sticks in my head.
Maybe it probably was.
It was 45 yards right down the sidelines.
Yeah, that first throw.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we were killing them with comebacks all game. And then on that last throw, we hit them with a comeback and go. But yeah, their safeties were playing super low still, which I didn't really understand. Like at a minute 20, you'd think like, get some safeties back there, get more coverage down deep, but they didn't do that. So we took apart that part of their defense.
Do you snip that mouth guard really small?
Well, how it dangles?
Because it still looks like it's a decoration.
It is.
When you're
it's
out
a decoration. The ref actually started to get mad at me during the game because he's like, just put it. He's like, put it in your mouth. He was like, you have it for a reason. He's like, we don't want you getting hurt.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know. I've been doing it ever since I was here, so I haven't really moved.
And no socks. That's how I could tell you were on the field. Yeah, let's get him.
All right, we got Garrett.
And the pass to the near sidelines is complete to Tyrese Muse. So did you grow?
No, I didn't.
It looks like you grew. Now Garrett Giorgio joining me. He's down at Bridgewater State.
Yeah.
How's your elbow? You didn't start the season, right?
No, I didn't. So I actually started off in the scrimmage, doing pretty well, and then I ended up tearing my UCL in my arm. So it was looking like possible Tommy John surgery. That didn't end up happening. I just need to do a lot of PT for it, but they still told me I'm done for the year.
You're done?
So yeah, I am. I'm done for the year, but just trying to look in the positive side and just like look forward till next year.
Yeah.
So
do you travel with the team, or you just, when they go on the road, you stay home?
Yeah, so when they go on the road, I stay home. Whenever someone gets injured, they get off the travel roster because it's like they're trying to save it for the actual suited up players.
Right.
Obviously, like sometimes I'll travel and go to the games myself, but I don't go on the bus with the team.
Now, is Bridgewater in Worcester this weekend?
Yes, at Worcester State. Yes.
At Worcester State.
And then weekend after that, we get a bye week, and then after that, we got homecoming.
And a throw underneath. Complete to Tuttle. And Clinton hurries to the line. Sorry if we kind of lost track of the play-by-play. It's all been right here in front of you. But what took you guys so long to get up here today?
We got stopped by a couple of Hudson people. We were walking, started talking to all the parents. But the boys are looking good right now. Big Dom Shaves with the fumble recovery.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Rumbling, stumbling, bubbling.
Oh, that's a good play.
And complete downfield, pushed out of bounds by Tyrese Muse. Trayson Muse. Sorry about that.
Tyrese is here, though.
And Frisch with the receptions. First down for Clinton. 102. They still have one timeout. And a throw downfield. Complete to Tuttle. Landon Phillips. Make sure he doesn't go any further. Clock runs down to 45 seconds. Clinton inside the Hudson 25. The throw downfield, incomplete. Was intended for Josh Nelson. I think Nelson ran the little out, and he was throwing more downfield. Nelson had already stopped and started to head toward the sidelines.
Yeah,
stops the clock with 34 seconds.
Very solid Clinton team. We knew this grade was going to be a good team. Class of 26.
Yeah, Dom Shaves play of the game, 78 yards.
That was awesome. I couldn't believe it.
I didn't think he could run that far.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even know until today.
And the throw down the middle. Caught by Jackson Wood. And he takes a knee. That's going to do it. Hawks are going to take this one away.
That's how you do it.
Bardesia intercepted for the third time tonight. This time by Jackson Wood. There's no flags on the field. And the Hawks are going to take over the ball with 26 seconds left on the clock. Well, it's been great. I'm glad you guys finally made it up here to join us.
I loved it.
Thanks to Garrett. Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, guys.
Heal up. Both of you.
Model Americans.
You're tight.
Don't know how a clock works, but that's
No.
okay.
They're in college. Neither one of them can tell time.
Garrett, we don't do this. What a win. What a win for the Hawks.
And Doan takes a knee, and they're going to run out the clock. The 3 touchdowns for the Hawks in this second half. One of them a highlight touchdown for Dom Shays. I'm sure that's going to be in the Thanksgiving smoker
I think so.
highlight reel, I'm sure. But 3 touchdowns for the Hawks. Overcame the 12-point deficit, put 20 on the board, and take away the first league game here in Clinton. The Hawks will improve to 4-1 on the season, and they got a bye next week.
They do.
We won't be back
Get
until
rested.
the 17th.
Get rested, get reset, get ready to rock when it's when the whistle blows again. But shout out to everybody. Hudson traveled well. The Red Sea made a lot of noise all night. But great showing. You know, doesn't always have to be pretty, Pete.
Nope, good job by the Hawks to make those halftime adjustments. Coach Donahue shut them out in the second half, and the Hawks were able to get something going offensively as well to take this game away. Big win for the Hawks, first league game. And bye week next week, the Hawks will be at home on the 17th of October against the Oakmont Spartans back at Morgan Bowl for another league matchup. So, great. Started off a little crazy, but the Hawks pulled away and took this one by 8 points. Final score again from Clinton, the Hawks 20 and the Clinton Gales 12 for Brian Attaway. I'm Pete Conti. And thank you to Jared Colbert and Cam Cieslak and everybody who tuned in tonight and saw our beauty. Good night.
Good night. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, HUD-TV.